Welcome everybody. I am not a content creator. I will not pretend to be one. I was asked by Ruko to do a review. So what we're going to do now is a mock open the box review, because everybody on Facebook knows that half of us have already gotten it. I've already received it, and yes, I've opened it and looked at it and giggled about how exciting I am to participate in something like this. So I don't know if the camera's facing me or not. Doing the best that I can. It is the Ruko f11gim3 Smart Track Every Move. So let's pretend we're opening the box for the first time. Everybody, let's get excited together. I will say I got mine 2 days early. I think other people may have gotten theirs early just as well. It was shipped to me in good condition. Packaging was great. I was excited. I think I put it on Facebook. I was outside doing yard work. No man walked up. He had it in a box. I was like, no way. Can't believe it's already here. So it came in a case. It's a really good case. I like it. I'm not a case kind of person like this kind. I like hard cases. And in this hard case, I have the f11gim3. I already did a mock video. It was horrible. I'm hoping this one is not as bad. So I'm gonna call this the Gim3 and this is the Gim2. Because saying f11gim2, f11gim3 was horrifying. So, as I said, the case was good. I liked the case. There were some things people had mentioned. And, the charging port was one of them. The battery was one of them. The controller, we'll go and talk about that in a minute. It came with extra blades. Put those right back in. Not really concerned about that. It has the little cords that go from your controller to your phone. This one is the C because I have an Android. It has one for Apple and it has one for old phones. In here also are two other charging C cords. We'll discuss the charging cords and what I believe is the best way to charge. And this is what everybody's been waiting on. This is the Gim3. We'll save the Gim3 for last. We'll talk about the batteries. And we'll come over here. Like I said, this case is a case that I bought separately. And I customized it to fit. So we'll pull out the batteries and do comparisons with the battery. I'm hoping the camera's catching everything again. And the batteries are different in sizes. The new Gim3 is bigger and wider. They look similar as far as design and structure. They got the 4 little dots to indicate the level of the battery that's been charged. The power buttons look identical. Even the charging mechanism that goes into the charging port. Well, what brought a lot of concerns to other people, which also brought concerns to me, is the Gim2 has the C port, so you can charge 3 batteries separately with different cords. This one you cannot do that. This one you cannot charge it at all separately, as far as I know, unless we're going to get some more information regarding this. You put it in here, and you put the other one in, and they charge separately. Somebody asked which way to charge. I want to say Since this is the C port charge that you plug into the wall, put it here, you put it here, this will charge first. When this one is finished charging, then this one will charge. They don't charge all at the same time, like my other drones that I have. They charge separately. I think what most of us want is for us to be able to charge them all at the same time, or if not, because the charging port really does no good, but with only one battery. Maybe if you're using it like for overnight, then it works that way. But if you're somewhere and you want to go charge it, you'd like to be able to use the C charging port, put that one in there, put this one in there, and have them all charging identical at the exact same time, which allows you to have a better usage of your drone. I think I've seen many people discuss that. So we'll leave that at that, and that's how the charging port and the battery works. Now we'll go with the controller. I'll pull out the GIM3 controller, but it is absolutely 100% identical. Now, might they have different features when you connect your phone and so forth? Yes. I haven't done that video yet. I haven't even flown my drone yet. I plan to fly it after I make this video, and then I'll post that later. This here is to zoom in and zoom out, and this is for your gimbal down and up. It's different from the Spectre Mini, it's different from the DJI Mini 4, and it's different from the Sky Rover X1. Those are the drones that I have. And I'll tell you right now, the Sky Rover X1, probably shouldn't say it, but I am. It's possibly the best drone I've flown for the money. This is the GIM2, the GIM3. They're identical in sizes, they're identical in all the labeling. Don't know if you can see that. Everything's identical. Even down to the bottom where you store the toggles and the charging. So if you have the GIM2, you should be able to fly the GIM3 with ease. So here we go, and we'll talk about the drone. This is what everybody wants to know. If you're part of the review people on Facebook, all the specs are there. I'm not going to get into all the little fine details because, like I said, I'm not a professional. I do have my pilot license, I do have my 107, but I am not a professional, and I don't know every odds and ends about this. Everything I do, I learn from what we would call real YouTubers. What we have here is the GIM3 drone. I'm pulling this one out so that will give you a comparison. The GIM3 drone seems like it's a little bigger. Even as far as the arms, this has a little vent here, has a vent here, a vent here, a vent here. This one here doesn't have, the GIM2 don't have vents on it. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little vent here, there's a vent here, and vent here. The GIM2 doesn't have that. It has the little sensors and the light, like some drones have, like the DJI Mini 4 has. I don't mean to be saying anybody else's name, but some of the drones have a bottom light, which is great to have. It also has a sensor for your altitude, and I just noticed the sticker is still here. I thought I removed all the stickers. And hey guys, you know what? Like I said, I'm not a content creator. That little dot down here is the sensor for the altitude. These two are for the light. if you guys can put any comments to make my life easier on making videos, I would really appreciate it. The Gym 2 doesn't have it. It looks like it had some fake circles here. There's no lights on the bottom. There's your comparison. You can see this one's way bigger. The cameras are pretty similar. This one looks square. This looks like a rectangle. Don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I'm doing it right. That's the Gym 2. That's the Gym 3. Now, if you look at the drones, we'll switch that over there to the, you can see that this one is wider and slightly bigger than this one. And that's because of the battery. And as I'm holding it here, this one feels way more heavier than this one. The Gym 3 feels way heavier than the Gym 2. Now, the shoulders, if you pay attention, these, I call them shoulders because it's like the arms and the legs. So the shoulders, this one is narrow, it's the Gym 2, this is the Gym 3. These are really big. I believe they're big because, and I want to say, and I'm just guessing, because I mentioned it on Facebook, nobody was able to tell me what these little things are. Is it LiDAR? Is it obstacle avoidance? And I got good comments, I got rude comments. It didn't matter, my feelings weren't hurt. I believe they may assist in the tracking, but I don't know what they're actually for. There's nowhere on the labels, nowhere in the manuals that identifies it. Either that or I overlooked it. But I believe that's why the shoulders are wider, because of that. So, go back. This is the Gym 3. This is the Gym 2. The propellers look the same. It has a place to put your SD card, as so did the Gym 2. On the opposite side of the Gym 2, you put the SD card here on the drone, and the Gym 3, you put the SD card on the left side. I don't see anything other than me having to fly them. I will fly them here shortly, and I will have another drone follow up. Like I said, I'm not a content creator. I probably blew this video. It is what it is. If there's anything I can do to make it better, I do know. I hardly ever looked up. I was focused on the drone. This video is about the drone, not about me. My setup is, I got a tripod and a 25S Ultra phone. I got another tripod hanging, a lantern that I use when I go camping. That's my setup. My setup is just basic. It's just for the drone to do the review and show the first box opening. I hope you enjoyed it. Anything you can do to help me improve, let me know. I appreciate it, and Godspeed.